There's magic, even miracles inside of us. Drop your arm off to the left. I'm going to work with an acrylic massager inside your left scapula. There's some, you can see it's a little boggy here. It's a little full. Drop your right hand off the side. From left to right, there's a fullness on this left side, and this left side is swollen and there's some inflammation there, and you can compare left to right and you can see the difference. And I'm going to work with an acrylic massager and get deep into the muscles and the bursa that's underneath the scapula and work some of that fluid out of that area. The body uses inflammation to protect itself. And inflammation, I'll point out, is part of healing. The media has people scared and thinking that inflammation is something bad. But inflammation is part of healing. It lets the body know where to heal. I'm going to work with my hands as well. Here we go. Right in here, right around the scapula. Brandon, turn your face out to the right because they're wondering, how does that feel?
It's good. It's releasing.
If I go too deep, you give a yell, huh?
Yeah, no, right, it's good.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And he's got some tight muscles in around this area and a lot of inflammatory exudates. There's extra fluids in there. And that's part of healing too, but I want to push some of the extra fluids out so that he's more comfortable. We're going to line him up from his toe bone to his head bone. We're going to release some energy today. We're going to let it flow through him because there's a self-healing quality that we enjoy. And inside his head obviously is a brain and a nervous system that sends energy from above down and from the inside out. And we'll line them up and free them up so that there's a free flow of life and health through him. That's essential. I'm going to use a handheld instrument to do that, and it puts out an impulse of 40 hertz, and they're wondering how it feels. Is this or this tender?
No.
How's this in the middle?
It's good.
Good, good, good. And I'm feeling with my hands for vertebrae that are out of alignment. How does that feel?
It's good.
They wonder how it might feel to get adjusted.
It's like a knocking, but you feel it. You feel a slight difference every time. Yeah.
Alrighty. And this message is going out worldwide. You can imagine there's people in UAE and in India and England right now that are checking this out. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty amazing, right?
Yeah.
And this vertebra, you can feel it's not right. Can you feel where my hand is right there?
Yeah.
That one's tender. We're going to line that up too. And I'm going to touch the sides of your sacrum where the sacroiliac joints are. Is this or this tender when I push here or here?
No.
Good. How's this in here?
It's good.
And most of us struggle right here in the lower back area. I'm going to take a little time and open it up the spaces between the vertebrae and stretch them out. Just sitting rips up the back. Sitting increases the discal pressure, the pressure between the vertebrae where the discs are. And I'm stretching out the muscles. I'm opening up the spaces between the vertebrae. I bet that feels pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's check out his hips today. Let's make sure his hips wiggle in and out evenly. And when I pull his hip out, it's a little restricted. It's a little limited in left internal rotation of the hip. And I'm going to work on the piriformis muscle where it attaches to the femur, and I'm going to work that and create a little bit more mobility in his hip so that he walks out of here, that's a little bit better, it moves a little easier. And I'm feeling the muscles with my hands, and I'm making sure, and the same is true in the right hip too. Do you sit during the day?
Yeah.
We sit at our jobs in many instances. We lead sedentary lifestyles, and it causes the muscles to get tight. And I'm going to work on the insertion of the piriformis to the femur, right in here, and create a little bit more mobility there. And just check it out. That's moving a little easier. And check his legs and examine his spine with my hand. Bring your head in the middle, please. And I'm going to feel his neck and make sure that it's supple and that it's moving from left to right easily. And to the left it moves fairly well, but to the right it's a little locked up. Can you feel that that's not moving correctly?
Yeah.
How does that feel when I move it to the right?
To the right, it's more tense.
It's locked up, so it's asymmetrical. It should move easy. It should go to the left and to the right the same amount, but it's not, and it's locked up right here. And we're going to adjust his atlas. And people are becoming more and more aware of the vagus nerve, that the vagus nerve comes out in this part of the spine and goes to the heart and lungs. And adjustments here help normalize blood pressure, help with blood flow to the brain, help us relax. And I'm going to work on the insertion of the levator scab, the upper trapezius, right there, the scalenus anticus, and do the same thing on the right side as well. But you can see there's some asymmetry here. And we're going to realign, rehabilitate, and restructure his spine right there in the thoracic area. And adjustments here help us digest, help the immune system, help the liver, help the kidneys, help build resistance. Chiropractic is great if you want to stand straighter. Have you noticed that, Brandon, that with chiropractic care you stand straighter?
Yeah.
And people notice their energy level is better. They notice they sleep better. Have you had that experience that you sleep better with care?
Yeah, both with energy and sleep, yeah.
Oh, well, here we go. People notice that. It takes a lot of tension off the nervous system. The nervous system is the system of life and health, of course. There's a nervous system inside of us that flows energy from above down and from the inside out. So as we gently line up the vertebrae of the spine, there's more life, more health, more energy rushing through him from above down and from the inside out. Turn your face to the right. What would you tell someone who's afraid to get adjusted? What would you let them know about chiropractic who's just reluctant to get adjusted, even though they have a significant problem in their spine? What would you tell them?
I would tell them to give it a fair shot. I've had better success with this than I have going through other specialists and form of doctors. So I would say give it a shot for sure.
Does it hurt to get care?
No.
Do we
No.
make it affordable for you to come here?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and it's more, it's pretty rapidly relieving. You know, that's the thing. Not just focusing or relying on a prescription to take time to relieve something. It's more rapid and hands-on. So that's why I do.
If you call this week and you mention this video, you'll get a free examination without obligation. That doesn't include X-ray or adjustment, of course, but we'll check your spine and see if you qualify for care. You can give our center a call. Is there anything else you'd like examined today?
No, I'm good.
Let's lift you. Share if you care, like, comment, subscribe to our videos, click the notify bell, and I'll be back with something powerful and positive for you and yours.